Hi there, it's the Mem Man yet again, talking about something completely different this time. It's the Salvation Army, which I was a member of till I was 12 years old. My father was a member, my granddad, my great-granddad. It's been a big family thing. Through his lives, when I was a teenager, it sort of fell off, but not really kept in touch, but I've had a couple of funerals lately, spoke to the army people, and we've got this stuff I want to show you. It's all memorabilia, and it's the flags. We've got a Mansfield flag there for the over 60s, which I can go in now. You've got the songsters, you've got the singing company, and these were the flags they used to go around town with. Some of them mounted on flagpoles and used to wave when they used to do marches in town, which really they don't do anymore. It's sad really, but it's all changed. They used to have the band. You must remember the bands at Christmas. They're sort of going off. They not like they were. Founded in 1865 by William and Catherine Booth, 2nd of July, I believe, and they just like a mission from East End of London. That's where it started, and as you know now, it's going all around the world, and it's a big thing. Salvation Army, and that's how it started by William and Catherine in 1865. The blood and fire on the flags is the blood of Christ, the fire of the Holy Spirit. That's where they got that badge from, the image, and that's been with them ever since the beginning. We've been members of family. I've all well known from the army days on. I think mother and father went to Belvedere when it was on Belvedere Street, which in Mansfield, and then it went up to Victoria Street. I went from being a child to probably 12 years old. Then it just as you do. But this is some of the memorabilia. Obviously, they had a great brass band. These are some of the instruments. A little double cornet there. There's got a trombone somewhere knocking around. Oh, it's here. Little trombone there. That's a very early one. That is maybe early 1900s, that one. Yeah, that's which my granddad and my dad used to play the trombone. I don't know if my great-granddad played the trombone, but my dad and my granddad, you can always see photos of my dad and my granddad. I've got some vintage pictures in there, which I won't show today. And everyone has got my granddad on from 1937. But the interesting thing is, obviously, when you're brought up with it, it's always in your blood, whatever you do. You know, I live my life. I'm a Christian, but it's not. It's come away from the army, but the army in Mansfield is not really happening anymore, which is a shame. What they're doing now with the Salvation Army in Mansfield is hiring little bits out to families and children. It's more of a mother and sort of kids thing now. They're having lots of party things, and it's for the public, and that's how it's changed from what I used to do, which were 3 times a day, morning, noon and night. In the band, I played E-flat in the band, in YP band, not the main band. There were probably 20 people in the YP band, maybe 30 or 40, which used to be on the big stage in the main band. It's such a big thing. Like I say, these are all bits of memorabilia. These drums would have been 1950s. There's actually a drum here which was presented to the army in Mansfield by my dad's cousin, Garth, who recently passed away. And he's got a little thing on it saying presented by Garth Cunn to the Mansfield YP band, which I was in, but not in the 50s, obviously. And that was what we gifted. And we found that upstairs in the room at the army, which would have been, wow, 57, yeah, it's about 70 years ago, yeah. So that's a nice thing, which is obviously is a family thing. Love it. Remember all the memories of the flags and the things that we did. It was a big concern. We used to have pie and peas night. It really was a good thing. Like social nights. That was my life till I was 12. And then obviously life changes. This is a songsters. I think this is a songsters one, which my mother was in. The songsters flag. Mother was in that. Obviously my dad was in the band. I think I've got Young Corps, the Young Corps Club or something, which my auntie was in. The young ones, and there's the over 60s, actually, what it said. But yeah, the main flag is still at the Salvation Army. The main, what they used to walk through town with, that is still at the army with the flagpole. These are the tickets. There's a ticket on it. These are the uniforms. What was regular? This is a 1950s to 60 uniform, which all, even when my dad were in these was you had that, they had black trousers and really smart, and that was, it says, as it says on it, it's the uniform. Probably, I think I've seen these in the 60s, so this would have gone on sort of later in the 60s. I'm sure my dad had them with the epaulets there. They're nice badges. So as you know, my Mansfield. And then this was what they had for special occasions when they went away, because they used to tour other Salvation Armies. I remember my dad having one of these, and then I used to say, "Why have you got that on?" He said, "We used to go to places and tour different armies, and that's 50 to 60 again." I can remember my dad with that one. Bit psychedelic. I mean, believe it or not, my dad gave one of these to a friend of mine in the 80s, and he actually wore one of these in Mansfield, because it really looked sort of trendy thing. But they are the original sort of 50s, 60s, a little bit off, probably 66, 67. There's a cap, which every bandsman wore on the photos. See, I was going to wear that at the end, but I'll wear it now, just so you can see. It don't fit me, obviously. Would it during the day? And then we've got, say, a double trumpet. We've got the trombone. I think we've got any little E flat in there. I'm not sure. I just think there's something else. We've got bonnets. We've got bonnet in there, which I know the lady who owned it. The ladies had bonnets, and obviously the chaps had them. Nice thing, you know. Nice memories, and it's nice to have something what I would have remembered when I was, well, 8 years old, 7 years old, and then I went to the YP band at maybe 8, 9. It's easy to learn, just so easy. But I never played the trombone, which my dad did, and my granddad. So that's something a bit different for the men, but we'll try to vary it. Just one more thing. There's the Salvation Army in Liverpool, obviously the Beatles song, Strawberry Fields Forever. That has actually been done up now, which was the back of John Lennon's house in the garden. He used to climb over the fence, and that was Strawberry Fields Forever, and that was a Strawberry Fields Army unit for people who are homeless, and that was in the 50s and 60s. John Lennon, I think, in one, he used to get shouted by Auntie Mimi, shouted at, and said, "Auntie Mimi, nothing to get hung about," and then obviously that's in the song, Strawberry Fields Forever. So we thought we'd finish off with a bit of a Beatles thing. We will be back, loads of stuff to go through. Got some nice badges, we've got some nice football, nice Mansfield Town memorabilia, so if you like Mansfield. Obviously the records, the pop stuff, and something a little bit different to surprise you. But keep in touch. Sorry we don't sort of do it every week, but we're a little bit busy. But what we're going to do, we're going to try. It's all down to time, as you know, busy lives. But it's been great to see you again, you know, and I hope to see you again very soon. God bless. Hi there. It's the Mem Man.
Oh.
Oh. You got to put that in bloopers, ain't you?